Hello everyone and welcome back to the Explorers of Elsewhere, Tales from Elsewhere Sanctuary. It's good to see you again. My name is Nate. Thank you for joining us again. This is your first time. You're a little bit far into the series at the moment. It would be best to start at probably episode 0 where we introduce our characters, but we thank you so much for joining us. But go back, watch all the episodes and then come back to this one because we are on episode 18 of Sanctuary. Hiya, Dan.
Hiya.
Hiya, Georgia.
Hello.
Hello, Julia.
Hi.
Hello, Theo.
Hello.
And hello, Livy.
Hello.
Yes, we are the Explorers of Elsewhere. We are playing some Daggerheart today, and if you enjoy Daggerheart and you want to play it yourself, then we have a wonderful little affiliate link down in the description with TTRPG RPG, where you can buy that, or you can buy any of the other games that are on their website. It doesn't cost you any extra, but it gives us a little bit of kickback, which is always good and helps us with the channel. Speaking of spending money, if you are watching this episode and you're like, I really want to see what happens in episode 19, members get the episode a week early, which releases on Thursday at 7:30-ish. But you can see it a week early. It only costs you a couple of pounds extra. And also, if YouTube membership is not your sort of thing, we also release on Patreon as well, so you can also join on there. But we also understand that times are tight, and the next episode will get released weekly, 7:30 every Thursday. UK time. But if you're looking for something that's free but getting involved, we also have a Discord link where you can join in the description below. We talk about all sorts of things that are going on, especially what is being streamed at the moment, which may very well be the start of Campaign 4, which is a Fabula Ultima series that Dan is running at the moment. But also we've got a one-shot, a very quick 5-shot of Fabula Ultima that just finished streaming, or maybe on the ultimate episode. We don't know when this gets released, but we've also done Call of Cthulhu, we've done Draw Steel, we've played more Daggerheart, we've played Dungeons & Dragons, we've played Blades in the Dark, we've played Thirsty Sword Lesbians, we've played all sorts of games. So why not give a little perusal around the channel? And if you like our stuff, why not give a subscribe? And then you can find out when episodes get released next. And if you enjoy this video, please do give it a little like. It really helps us out. Without further ado, shall we return the 5 of you to Lady Rejoice?
Hello, I'm Julia, and I play Lucretia, a Lorivar wizard.
Hi, my name is Theo, and I'll be playing Pally, a Wolfkin Seraph.
Hi, I'm Georgia, and I'll be playing Virgil, a Sangravar ranger.
Hi, my name is DM Dan, and I'm playing Mirden, a Wolfkin Guardian Druid.
Hi, I'm Livy, and I'll be playing Bo, the Dragon Scent Warrior.
And my name is Nate, and I'll be the GM for this adventure. So we left the 5 of you about to take a quick short rest after the revelations of what you have just found out from Lady Rejoice, who you have found is actually a full-grown adult living within a world spirit, the world spirit Kusula, who by the edges of the eschaton had made a deal with Lady Rejoice's mother, Lady Blessing, to keep each other safe. So Kusula's job was to keep Lady Rejoice safe as a young child, and Lady Blessing would then keep Kusula safe within this world that you know as Sanctuary. Some of you have been given, well, all of you have been given gifts that may help you in Lady Rejoice's request, which was to convince her mother now is the time to drop this facade, and to drop Sanctuary, and to let the people return back to Elsewhere. she gave her thanks for your listening, for your openness, and she has now retired back to this four-poster bed that you originally saw her in. It's quite obvious that expending all of this quite powerful magic to the five of you has drained her quite a bit. So while she is still awake, she is resting at the moment. She is just sort of lying down, and she's kind of looking up at all the trinkets and the items that sort of scatter this room, and then she sort of turns to the five of you, not expecting, not hurrying you in any sort of sense, but just kind of keeping an eye to make sure that when you five are ready to depart Kasula, that she can be ready for you. So yes, we'll have a short rest. Let's start with Julia. What would you like to do in a short rest?
There's not an awful lot to do. I've cleared a stress, which was, might as well. And I would quite like to do some preparing for the trials ahead. I'm wondering if I could have a bit of a chat with Bo. Would you like to co-prepare, Livy, so we can get two hope each?
Yes, please.
I want to strategize because you already have made friends with the young princess, a little bit back in the palace, and I wonder if we could strategize how does one humanely abduct a child that sort of trusts you. Shouldn't be too hard.
Shouldn't be too hard. I mean, Bo's kidnapped people before, so I think hog tie.
Right. Well, nothing too strenuous, please. Yes, it's just enough that mummy blessing comes out to talk to us, hopefully. Yeah. So yeah, that's me preparing with Bo and just doing a bit of meditation. I don't know what wizards do to clear stress. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Tell you what, I'm also going to do, if it's all right. I'm going to re-roll my strange patterns, which is my ability where when I roll it on either of my duality dice, I can gain a hope or clear a stress.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm meant to have changed it on a long rest. No, I'll leave it as it is. It's currently 10, so hold me to that. Every time you see me roll a 10 on duality dice, I'm going to hopefully notice, or if I don't, you can go.
No worries.
Strange
no worries.
Patterns.
So you've done. Is there any sort of conversations that you want to have with Bo now, or are you happy to just?
I think probably that's what we just sort of talked out just then. That's sort of how are we going to do this then? What's the maybe just making sure Bo isn't planning to shoot at any part of the princess, just because that tends to be his first instinct for a lot of things. Or
princess off the cards for shooting, but
and
everyone
shanking.
Else free game.
Okay, we're going to have to talk about this a little bit more.
Not
obviously, Bo, sweetie, darling, Bo. You know that I know that you're a consummate professional, and that you are so very good at what you do. You know, it's so very impressive. Wow. And it's just your means are different than mine, but actually a lot of what we do is quite similar. That sort of distance, precision work. I would ask that you try to rein in some of the more murdery instincts for this. We don't want to instigate anything we can't finish, is all I'm saying. And we don't want undue suffering.
Well, if there's anything that I can do, it's finish a job. So I can finish them. We won't not finish.
Okay.
So don't worry about that.
I am worried about the state everyone's going to be in once it's finished, though. That is a concern.
Yeah, but they're just like dream people. Are they real?
Oh, no. Okay. I see where the confusion is. The princess is a dream person. I'm pretty sure. We're pretty sure she's...
So if we just shot her?
No, because she's still a child with sentience. Do you get what I'm saying? Is this coming across? It's complicated. Everyone else, real people, as far as we know.
but
Good man. Good man.
what if they like got in the way?
Oh dear.
There was like no other choice.
As I say, I know that you're very good at what you do, Bo, and sometimes you just have to make those calls, don't you, on the spot. Just bear in mind
Make
what
a
I
call.
said about
Go-
the
I got ya.
murdery
Make a call.
instincts.
Cool.
Just bear it in mind. Okay. Okay. Good talk. Thank you, Bo.
On that note, Bo, what is your short rest that you would like to do?
Obviously have a little chat with stick in the mud. Oh, don't kill me. Oh.
If you can help it, that's all.
Ooh, don't kill a pretend sentient, non-sentient being. That, and then, yeah, clearing some stress, as it's my most used thing. It's very stressful not shooting people and shooting people. So,
Using your judgment.
using judgment is really stressful. I think he's just gonna clear some stress, clean his gun, clean his boots, get himself looking pristine, ready to kidnap a princess via non-violence.
Cool. Okay.
Managed violence.
Managed violence. Virgil, what would you like to do on your short rest?
I think Virgil will also clear some stress.
Mm-hmm.
I think, would anyone like to prepare as well? So we have another plan that is also not shooting. It's just like having an array. An array. We're not saying no to anything.
I'm happy to prepare with Virgil.
Mhm.
Don't know why this seems like a really out there idea, but has Virgil divulged his transformation ability, or is that something he's going to divulge during prepare?
I don't think there's really been time
Okay,
yet.
cool. In that case, I think Pally is trying to think of a way, like, what? So we know the princess likes horses. We know the prince has met my dad before. I'm kind of wearing similar clothes, so perhaps maybe I could pretend to be some sort of like messenger or something. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, we want to present a good front, I'm sure. Yes, I've never really found myself in this sort of position before.
I mean, I think she, because from memory, when we first met with Joyce before Bo talked to her, I remember her being, I think she liked Pally. Like, he was like, I used my voice of reason to try and calm the battle down. The battle couldn't calm down because robots can't respond to it, but I think everyone else was impressed because I think I rolled well enough. But then the battle had to happen anyway. So I think Pally's like, maybe there's a sense of that where we can try and calmly enter and then use Bo's tactics as a backup. Rather it be like softly than go in all guns blazing. Yeah, maybe just trying to appeal to her in some way would, like, to come out, at least come out of the castle. Because that'll be the thing, is getting her out of the castle. Surely that'll be the thing that will be the most troubling for her mother, to leave the castle without her guardians. Right. We have also met Rondonisa, maybe, but then I don't know how much she's in. She seemed to like us, and we did do what we said we would do. So we could also use that as, like, Paddy's like out loud having his like intrusive thoughts plus ideas, because this isn't his forte. He's usually the man who does what he's told. So he's just trying his best to lay out as much information as he can, so then they can form a plan. I'm quite happy to pretend to be this gallant knight who's come to, I don't know, swear his allegiance to her and do what my dad did, and claim fealty, as it were, to the House Salami, and I dare say it's a salami.
House
That's
of Salami. House of Salami. Brilliant.
Soleimani. That's what I meant to say. God. Anyway, swear allegiance to House Soleimani.
It's canon now.
No.
It's House of Salami.
Just Pally kill me now. Yeah. Something like that.
Do you think there's a way we could get inside the castle and then leave the castle quickly?
Without being seen.
Teleportation, perhaps.
That's true. We can speak. I think Lucretia knows how to do that. We could ask, or someone might be able to. Yeah, this is. I just feel like they're prepared. It's just like, what if we did this? What if we did that?
Well, let's say on that, while you're having this conversation with Virgil, Pally, you've done a prepare. What's your second short rest action?
So because I can do Celestial Trance, I can do 2. Because I can do it before any rest. So I'm going to clear my stress and repair my armor.
Fantastic.
I think really my stress is cleared by the conversation we had with Rejoice. Like, okay, my dad is not some big bad, which was confirmed, but now I completely understand what's happening, and I know what I need to do, and that really relieves him of any stress he had. So that will be it for him. Really, it's just like, okay, we've got a job to do. I'm happy to do it. I'm not sure how we're going to do it, but I'm ready, and he'll be tinkering at just preparing bits of his armor as he prepares. So,
Cool. And last but no means least, Mirden, what are you doing on your short rest?
Mirden is. So we're still in like Rejoice's bedroom, aren't we?
Pretty much, yeah.
Is it? I'm kind of imagining this is a room that's just like littered with like teddy bears and plush toys.
Yeah, there will be. I mean, it's not completely like a bed, like a children's bedroom in a way. It's just a room that's just. It's like a hoarder's room. It's just filled with stuff, just stuff from, sort of boxes and like scrolls, but there will be some like soft toys. There may be some like old like wooden toys and things like that, but they're not necessarily. They're just sort of placed on displays in a way, like placed on shelves and such.
Okay. I think in that case, like Mirden has the 3 runestones that orbit him. He's got them like in his hands, and he's kind of rolling them around in his palm. And sort of like the spiral rune on them is sort of like the glow is ever so slightly getting brighter by the moment as he's recharging them. Effectively recharging them, so that's him repairing his armor slots.
Yep.
And while he's doing that, he's just sort of like very slowly walking around the room, and then every so often he stops and sort of like he looks at this kind of collection of like plush teddies amongst all of the inverted commas adult stuff, like the books and the scrolls and whatnot. And there's like a moment of contemplation because it reminds him of his daughter's bedroom. But this is probably the first time since the eschaton that he's kind of like taken on that, acknowledged that, like faced it with the perspective that he now has, and surprisingly, that clears some stress.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
So he's going to get rid of so it's D4 plus 3, Stress.
Nice.
He is completely unbuffed.
Nice.
Which is rare.
And he's going to
For
repair
rare.
his
It's
armor,
rare.
which is very rare. Very,
He's
very
normally
rare.
quite buff.
He's going to repair his armor, which is D4 plus 3, but I've only got 2 missing armor slots, so that clears that out. And like he's a bit bruised and dinged, but he doesn't seem to be kind of focusing on that in any way. And then once he's finished, he kind of his fingers unfurl, and then the 3 runestones gravitate out of his hand and then begin their slow orbit around him again.
Fantastic. I will say, due to the fact that now, like, a lot more questions have been answered, and you and a feeling of like, even though you're kind of wondering what you're going to do next, there's definitely been a wave of more camaraderie between the 5 of you. You've now had a chance to sort of peer into each other's lives, and there may be necessarily sort of like a little bit more understanding between the 5 of you. So I'll allow you to all gain an extra hope because of that.
Aww, thank you.
Thanks,
That's
Nathan.
nice, isn't it, friend?
You're gonna need... No.
Nathan! You know.
Amazing. Is there anything else you would like to do before
Before we leave,
you venture on?
Lucretia wants to have a little... Oh, is this all of us? Sorry.
Yes, this is all of
Yeah.
you. If any of
Yeah,
you want to do anything.
Lucretia wants to have a quick, gentle chat with Rejoice as she's relaxing
Sure.
in bed.
Yeah.
I'm going to sort of go up to her and ask him, might I have a word?
Rejoice is sort of playing with she's kind of lying in bed. Her figure's sort of like slightly elevated by a couple of pillows, and she's just playing with like a sort of just like puzzle. And she's just like, yes, why yes. can I
I
help?
just have a couple of questions, really. I mean, one of them is pure curiosity. This 30 odd years is a long time to be in a place like this all on your own. How have you coped? How are you still so... Sorry, not to put too fine a point on it, but so mentally together?
I have to spend a lot of my time resting. I still unfortunately have the elements that I had when I still lived in elsewhere. But I keep myself occupied with I guess you would say, the memories of everyone else who lives here. I'm able not to manipulate them, but I'm able to collect them, and having a better understanding of the people who live here gives me a little window into the outside world.
You must have a lot of collected wisdom about the people under the care of this place.
I do not like to pry too much into their lives. I don't feel that is very ethical. Just because I have the power to do so doesn't mean I should. But I have some understanding, as if they were something that you would garner from them from face value.
It sounds as if those memories and insights into the people's minds must have been very comforting for you over the long years.
I admit, obviously, the experiences I wasn't able to have myself, I did have to live vicariously through theirs. And while it is awful to see people go through hardship that you're unable to help with, it is also wonderful to share in their rejoices and their happiness, even from a distance.
It's a big world that we've come from, and you left it when you were very small. What would you want to happen once this is all over?
Hearing that, she really stops, And she... obviously, I don't talk to many people, but obviously no one has ever asked me that before. I don't know. I will be honest, it frightens me a little. I've had everything I've needed here, and to go into a world where that stability might not be guaranteed does frighten me, but also excites me. I guess, hopefully if we are able to make it out, I'll just have to find out.
Very well. I just have one more question. Is there anything that you would want to say to your mother?
She sort of looks up at the ceiling in contemplation. And I guess the one thing I would just like to say to my mother, despite the fact that I've said it many times and it's obviously fallen on deaf ears, is the greatest happiness she could give me is to let me find my own way.
Well, if we have the chance to have a reasonable conversation with her, I'll be sure to mention it.
I will ask, when you do face up against her, because obviously you being here will not go unnoticed to her. Do try and appease to her human side, to her morals. I do understand that she has probably gone far, far from the mortal that she used to be. But I fear that if you go against her too aggressively, that she might destroy everything. She won't listen to me anymore, much like how I know a dominating parent does with their child. But I hope that she might be able to see sense from others. But I do fear that if it goes too far, that she'll just destroy everything, including the people here.
We will do our very best not to let that happen, I assure you. And thank you. Thank you for everything you have done for us. We will do our best.
It's the least I can do. But thank you again. I understand this is quite a big ask. Is there anything else? Louis, is there anything you would like to do? Just bum scratchies.
Got anything to say, Lou?
You'd like a sausage?
Sausage, please.
Joyce got any sausages?
No sausages. In that case, Lucretia, after you've had this conversation with Rejoice, you notice that she suddenly sort of pulls herself out from her bed sheets and sort of just kind of looks like that she's listening or pondering something. And she turns to you and she goes, I've been able to get you as close to Sanctuary as possible as Kasula can get. It appears that my mother has noticed that plans are abound.
Oh dear.
It feels like she's gone into desperation mode. She kind of doesn't know how to sort of speak what's happening. She says, I guess the only way that you can find out is by going down yourself. If the five of you are ready, I don't mean to hasten you, but if the five of you are ready, I think now is the time that you must go.
I do. Thank you.
Thank you.
I hope we get I hope we get to meet again soon. And you can definitely tell in her voice that there's like a genuine sort of just like wanting of that. As she sort of swirls her hands around again, and the room, the objects and the items and the trinkets all start disappearing, and you can notice that she's also fading along with these items in this room, as the room sort of goes that white that it originally was, that white space. And then you find yourselves, as if the world is sort of like developing around you, you find yourselves back in sort of like this forest, and you recognize this forest as being where you first saw Aldas's farm. But something looks insanely different from when you first went there. Everything is now dull and muted. Those bright colours, those pinks and purples of the trees have now gone into sort of like dulcet greys. The grass is sort of feels flat and unalive. Everything around you just feels like it's been washed over with a sort of slate greyish cloud. And the five of you can't help but feel like this large presence behind you, as this hulking world spirit of who you now know as Kasula sort of stands behind the five of you, or the six of you, including Brother Talons. As Kasula sort of looks down at the five of you, looks towards Sanctuary, and you can see, obviously there's not much like emotion that you can tell, but its ears go down as it sort of just looks out into this grey, and it starts sort of like stepping back in slight fear as it sort of steps back and then turns around and makes its way back into the forest. That is also, again, now no more pinks and purples, no more bright blue sky, no more sunshine, no more warmth. It's now sort of like that dark, musty cold in this air that you'd have on just sort of like a horrible grey morning. So in front of you is Aldas's farm, which you know is sort of only just like about a 5-minute walk away from Sanctuary. What would you like to do?
Should we check on Aldas first?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we can
You're going to the farm?
Yeah, good idea.
So, yep, so the farm still stands there. It's very quiet. It's eerily quiet. The crops are still standing, but they don't look particularly appetizing as they originally did. There are some creatures that are just sort of grazing in sort of like close pastures. You notice these large sort of bovine creatures that seem to happen to their fur seems to sort of like appear around their heads, as if petals are sort of like around their necks. But they are just grazing slowly, and the only sort of sound you hear is sort of like the munching of grass, but there doesn't seem to be anything. Everything seems to be so deathly quiet around here.
Gosh.
Maiden's gonna sort of like step ahead of a group and like hearing the quietness. Aldous, Tuckus.
As you shout those, you can hear the clopping of hooves, and Aldas opens the door, and he's just like, he's really you can see that he's quite fearful, and he's just like, no, you can't come in here, and just slams the door in front of your faces.
Oh my gosh.
Indeed.
Rude.
Like clenching on his back teeth. Would you care to explain why?
Aldes sort of... It's one of those doors that is like... that has two ways, like those barn doors. So he opens up the top one, and he says, well, do you care to explain why you brought this plague upon our land?
This wasn't us.
That you're lying. And he just slams the door back in your face.
Lucretia turns to Pally and says, to be fair, it's a perfectly reasonable conclusion he's just drawn. we need you to convince him, Pally. Come on. Talk to him. You're good at this, Pally.
Meredith looks at you as if to say, why can't I?
She just looks
Both,
back at you.
Pats his gun. Convince him.
We're all very persuasive in our own ways. I think this is a job for Pally.
I think it is the soft approach. Is the approach that we need right now.
See. Good cop, bad cop. I gotcha.
Mirden squints because he was thinking, as if a door's going to stop us.
Yeah.
We're not playing bad lads here, people.
No.
Remember.
Soon, I promise. Soon, we will.
Feel like hearing Lucretia's like confident, like, you've got this, Pally. Pally's been okay if you think so. He'll step forward ever so slightly, so just in earshot, but not like he's not going to invade on his boundaries. So, Aldas, I promise you, this was not us. I know you don't know us very well, and we haven't been here long, but I will swear to you on everything that I hold dear on my faith that this was not caused by us, and we are going to help fix it. Okay?
Give me a presence roll.
Can indeed. I'm going to put a hope into that as well. With my trust me experience, and just hope that's enough. It's a 16 with hope.
16 with hope.
Ooh, very good.
So with a 16 with hope, you sort of linger on those words for a little bit, and it stays slightly silent, and almost to the point where you think like he's not listening to us, that the whole barn door opens and you can see that Aldes has been crying. And he's just like, what happened to him? And he lets you in, and you notice sort of like sitting on the far of the table where you originally sat, where you had that cup of tea, sits Tuckus, but he is now grey and gaunt, with all the life sort of sucked out of him, very shallow breathing, like you have seen in the past with people who have been touched by those shadow swords.
No.
Oh no.
Not Tuckus.
Having seen this, I have the vivid memory of how helpful Virgil was.
Mm-hmm.
When we were back home. And I just looked to Virgil imploringly, like, you helped back in elsewhere, didn't you? With this? Even just a little bit can prove that we're trying to help.
I think Virgil's already looking at this. He already knows, and he'll start forward and he'll put a hand on the young man's arm. If you will allow me, I think I can help a little.
Aldes sort of looks at you and he goes, anything, please.
He'll go forward, and he will cast good old healing field.
Yay! Healing field.
Healing field.
That doesn't require any rolls, does it? It's just
no. I think it's just once per long rest, you can conjure a field of healing plants around you. I don't know if it's something that I'm going to regret not having later. But
Good point.
To not be a sod and make you lose the spell for all of it, you do suddenly start seeing these plants, sort of like that usual sort of like plants and vines sort of try and grow up around Tuckus, but as soon as they hit him, those plants then suddenly just like shrivel up and they sort of then go back into the ground, not as if touching him, it's almost like touching him and then they're also suffering that same sort of magic being taken away from them.
Oh, gosh.
oh, I fear this is rather worse than rather worse than we've seen before, I'm afraid.
Perhaps because we're closer to the source here. I could try my little healing hands, because as someone who's touching and giving the magic to see if it affects me to do it, I think it'd be good.
What if you touch it and you get it?
Well, we're almost at the end, right? That's a good way to go, helping someone else.
Oh, no!
It's very pally to do. Yeah. Okay, I will use my sparing touch. And because I'm devout, I have 2, so I can use it again. So I will.
Okay. Well, what I'll say is, as you go to sort of put your hands towards him to sort of cast sparing touch, you notice that almost like it does feel like something, like you can feel that magic sort of like literally being drained from your fingers. You can feel it sort of being pulled from you, and you sort of bring your hand back in this sort of shock of there's something almost like he's almost like a vacuum in himself, just sort of being this magic from your fingers just being pulled away.
Okay, well, definitely bigger than usual healing spell.
Well, I think the only thing is getting rid of the source.
We need to sort this whole situation out, don't we? This is quite urgent now.
Aldas, has this happened to more than Tuckus? Is it? Do you know?
I've not been into town yet. I've just been here with my grandpa.
How long has this been happening?
He started sort of going like this. We started seeing the grey clouds. I don't know, like about an hour ago.
Okay.
I think we need to get a message to the camp. My sister needs to know of this, and anyone else who has any healing skill, with a warning, of course, that it isn't safe to get too close. But we need to go deal with this, and I will see if there's anything that she and the camp dwellers can do to support the people. In order to do this, Luke, there's a couple of options. We could enlist Brother Talons, but I fear he is the strongest of us, and we will need him in any upcoming fight.
We will need his tanky skills.
We will need it. So the alternative is Lucretia has a spell where she can create a little construct, which we could tape a note to, send it off to the camp. It will obey basic commands.
Not an explorer, because if it looks like an explorer,
It's
they'll
not.
shoot
It's
it.
not going to look like an explorer, because that will get shot.
Even
But
as
at
I
least-
said that, I was like, no, that's a bad idea, Georgia.
But as long as it has a little written letter on it that the camp people, the scouts can pick up, the message should get back to Lucretia. So yeah, I'm going to use my create construct spell, which basically I just take whatever objects I've got around me, and it could be a bunch of pebbles, it could be some leaves or twigs or kitchen utensils or whatever Aldous is happy to spare, and I will write a little note, wrap it round him, make him a little tutu or something, I don't know.
Is there
explaining the situation to Valeria?
Yeah, is there anything that you and Valeria used to share as children that she might instantly peek and go, that's from Lucretia?
That's from Lucretia. Oh, blimey. It could be sort of maybe certain herbs. I think you said there were herbs hanging from the ceiling here.
Yeah.
I think probably they shared a love of herbology when they were young. So she's going to look for the herbs that are most recognisable and were ones that she and Valeria bonded over as young people. So I think she'll probably try to make a little weird sort of herb corn dolly type thing that she will awaken with her create construct powers. Let me just remind myself how create construct works, just so you're aware as the GM as well. So I have to spend a hope to do it, to choose a group of objects around me, create an animated construct to obey basic commands. Then I make a spellcast roll to command them to take action. And then they have my evasion and they can deal physical damage. However, they fall apart when they take any amount of damage. So I have to instruct it to lie low and be sneaky so that it doesn't get like apprehended by anything.
Cool.
So I guess I need to spend the hope. Pachow. And I'm going to do I guess, do you want me to do a spellcast roll since that's what it's asking?
No, I'll allow you to.
Since we're at rest and I can sort of take my time over it, I guess. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so I'm going to create my little herb dolly. Go. Now you must be careful. And you must go and find Valeria at the traitors' camp and give her this message, this note.
This little dolly made of sort of like straw and herbs and and like a spoon for a head.
Yeah, spoon for a head. Perfect.
Yeah, just sort of kind of looks around and just kind of goes like, obviously no mouth, so it just shakes its little arms.
What am I?
And then what is life? Mother, help.
I hope there's no existential terror in it. That it's just woken up
What
and
is
it has
my
this.
purpose?
It's a construct. It hasn't got a personality. We're not falling in love with the construct. It's not got a name. We're just sending it.
Well,
Too late.
Too late.
So
His name's Herbie and we're keeping him.
So Herbie shakes his little hand leavy things, and leaps off the table and then just sprints as far as it can. Obviously, you've given it no knees, so it just sort of waddles, sort of like out of the door, off to the traitors' camp.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Very good.
Yeah, so it definitely looks like that Aldous does not want to leave Tux's side. What do the five of you want to do next?
I
We're
guess
going
we
to head out.
carry on pushing for the palace, I
haven't
guess.
we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forge on, I reckon.
Okay.
Give Aldous our best. Tell him we'll do our best to sort it all out and that Tuckus will probably be fine.
He nods and he goes, whatever you have planned, good luck.
Take care of yourselves, Antakis.
He nods and sort of like he kind of grabs his grandfather and sort of takes him off to somewhere else to lie down possibly.
Off we go.
Okay. So yeah, it's not hard to remember how Aldous took you to the town sort of like a couple of nights ago. And it's obvious that you can now actually see the castle in the background where it originally was, where it developed when you went to the friend ceremony. But that gleaming sort of pinks and blues that it originally was is now dulled also down to a grey. And you can just sort of see it slightly through this grey misty fog that's sort of enveloped Sanctuary as you walk into town. Town is a lot more quiet, but you do notice that there are majority sort of younger people, sort of like younger in maybe sort of like in their early 20s, mid 20s, walking around. They are not like usual elsewhere folk. They have like you can sort of resemble that they are a little bit like how Aldous is. They've got fairy wings. They've got sort of like rocket boots on. So it's definitely telling that they are not sort of like average folk, which kind of leads you to believe that these are probably the gifted children that have spent their time within the palace. And they're just sort of chattering to each other in sort of fearful, sort of low down tones. They're running from sort of like different houses to see what is happening, and it definitely tells that everyone is sort of like in a hushful fear at the moment as the 5 of you walk in.
Are there any cottages nearby with windows that aren't sort of like covered up by curtains that we can have a little cheeky voyeuristic peer into?
So yeah, I mean, there are a couple of. There are. I mean,
noses pressed against.
I mean, majority of the houses, there's no sort of lights on inside, but the curtains are open. It's almost just like, as if like everyone was just enjoying normal daytime, and then suddenly it's just gone all dark. A bit like one of those days where it's like been blissful sunshine, and then suddenly it just goes blackened with clouds, and everywhere's really dark.
Cool.
A British summer.
Yeah, British summer. A British bank
possible?
holiday.
A British bank holiday, yeah, just like you say. Can we see anyone that looks like they have afflicted similar issues as Tuckus?
As you're sort of looking out for those people, you do then notice at like a market stall that you're passing by that some of these more kind of these gifted children in a way are actually trying to pull other members of the community sort of out from behind stalls, and you can tell that they're sort of just laying limp, grey and gaunt, all sort of not reactive to anything, still somewhat alive, but they are
so
sort of
Yes,
unconscious
if
at the moment.
you're not a gifted child, you weren't a gifted child, then you are great.
Oh no. Does this mean that our favourite sheriff, our boy, is grey?
Yeah. Yep.
I was going to say that as you are walking through, the lazy dog is on your left.
Let's
Check
go.
in there because of the goblins and Finway.
Goblins!
Kelvin.
Oh, my goblin. But that would
Finway's
mean
probably
that
okay, because
Finway's probably
Finway's
okay.
okay.
He's
Finway's
okay.
probably fine.
But Roller and BB,
Yeah.
what's his name? Our sheriff boy? Our sheriff
Kelvin.
man? Kelvin. Yeah, I'm worried for Kelvin. Very worried.
Yeah, as you walk into the lazy dog, you notice how much more, even though it was relatively quiet any time that you're in there, you can tell that sort of like there's not even any sort of clinking of glasses, there's no cleaning, there's no cooking. As you walk in, and there are a couple of people who were there drinking, obviously now sort of slumped over tables, gaunt and grey. As you walk in a bit more further, you then notice that Kelvin is like just laid upon the bar, gaunt, grey, no feeling, no life in him at all. And the same with Rollo as well. And as you peer round, sort of like taking in this scene as well, you also then notice just at least one live figure sort of consoling his mother in the corner as he sort of sits there sort of hugging her, but he hasn't noticed you yet.
Is she also then grey and gaunt as well, or is she?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, she ain't looking good in the picture.
She ain't looking
No.
good. No.
Can I, Bo, go over and kind of gently be like, hey, Finny.
Finway sort of looks up at you and he just says, you guys, you're all right. Oh
Yeah, we're fine. You're fine.
yeah, I'm fine. What's happening?
Well, we don't really know. We kind of know, but we don't really know. But we're gonna go sort it out.
Thank you. Please.
It's okay, Finway. Just keep them safe as much as you can. and we will do what we can.
He nods and he's like, "Thank you. Okay." It's quite.
gonna be
He's
all
finding
right.
it quite difficult to even fathom this sort of situation.
It's going to
Perhaps,
be all right.
perhaps if there is anyone else in your position, any of the other gifted children who are lost, looking for places to take their loved ones who are afflicted like this, perhaps the Lazy Dog is a place that you could take them in and gather people together to find solace with each other.
He looks down at his mother, and then goes, "Yeah, that's a really good idea." He rests her up against the wall and sort of places a blanket over her to make sure that she's comfortable. And then he gets up and he says, I'll start gathering up everyone, and we can bring them in here. Yeah, yeah, that's really good. Yeah." As he then is there anything I can do for you five?
I mean, he is a former friend of the princess. I wonder, is there anything he can do for us?
Is it? Was it the children went in and they can't remember what happened during their time when they were with her?
Yeah.
Is that?
That sounds familiar, yeah.
So he wouldn't know enough to be able to tell us.
Only
No, he couldn't tell us how
entrances
to...
or easiest places to get in.
Nate, is that right?
We can ask.
You can ask.
Yeah, we'll ask.
So, Boone, my lad, you know any, so we kind of need to get into the palace, like, as quickly as possible, and, like, you know, a bit incognito, shall we say.
Do you think the same has happened to the princess?
She's involved. We need to make sure she's okay.
We need to make sure she's okay. And we could get into the palace and they could all be like this.
Oh, you're totally right. Yes. Blimey. Yeah. I can't say I remember much. I do remember that she does have like a large playroom that sort of sits situated at the back of the palace. I do remember that. Like almost like a large conservatory that looked out into her garden. If she was going to be anywhere in the palace, it would most likely be there.
Is there a way into the garden that doesn't involve the main gate?
He kind of thinks really hard now. I'm sorry, I can't remember. It feels like such a long time ago.
It's okay, thank you. That's still very helpful.
Very helpful.
He thinks for a little while, and then he says, one moment, quickly. He rushes sort of upstairs to where obviously his parents and himself have a bedroom. You wait sort of like a couple of minutes. He comes back downstairs, and he produces a couple of vials of, like, which is pretty much what you would all recognize as health potions, like minor health potions. And he says, like, my dad has these from when he used to be a soldier. I don't, like, we've never needed them, but they might help you. I tried to feed one to Dad, but it didn't work. But maybe you five could use this. And he hands you a couple of minor health potions.
Oh, very good.
Oh, sweetie.
Thank you, Finway. This is really helpful.
I'll start helping the others. And he obviously kind of goes around and sort of checks on. He starts going back to check on the rest of his family just to make sure they're okay before he heads out.
When we were on our way into the centre of town, was there a honking great pink bricked castle that we could see?
There wasn't, no.
Because it gets constructed whenever the princess wants to be president or something.
Call her out if I didn't. Be like, hey, hey.
Hello. Yeah. We have to figure it out, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Lady Rondonisa wanted to see us again because she sent us to the traitors' camp to gather information. So maybe that's how we get in.
We have the information.
We've got information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the traitors. They did this.
Oh, so you're heading on the way to the castle? Is there anything quickly you'd like to do beforehand?
Is Officer Bot still wheeling around?
Oh!
You cannot see Officer Bot
Officer Bot.
around anywhere.
Wasn't
he's probably in the sheriff's.
Yeah,
the
he was
sheriff's
stationed at the
house.
sheriff's house, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we should pop there, can we?
I don't know. He might try and kill us.
You might.
Don't really trust the robots in this town, to be fair.
I think we should try. He's a named robot NPC. He's less likely to kill us.
Murden can just become a bear and
just take him.
Smash it.
No problem.
I mean,
You want to go to the
if
ship?
he's following rules, then maybe he will be able to help Finlay help people in the town.
That's true. We could give him instructions.
If he's
start
programmed
collecting up people.
instructions, so he might be more help than hindrance, but who knows?
Yeah.
Mm.
So you're going to
Worst
the.
case scenario, we can sit on it.
Ride him around. Yeah.
Ride him around. So yeah, you're going to the sheriff's house?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, the sheriff's office, you remember, was like a little bit back way from the Lazy Dog, and the door is wide open. Like there doesn't seem to be any sort of thing happening in like outside that would give you any sort of already fear that maybe sort of going through you that something's wrong. But looking in, you see Officer Bot. He's cleaning. And there seems to be no recollection of any sort of change of whatsoever. He's just sort of cleaning as like the first time you saw him. He's just like, oh, hello. Is there any trouble going on around here? No funny business. Come on, we've all got to keep Sanctuary super safe.
Like, law enforcement, am I right? Yeah, have you looked outside? Have you noticed all the people, dying in the streets?
He looks outside and he's sort of looking around and he says, well, I can't see anyone dying, but I can't see any trouble going on, so everything is all pip and good to go.
Tickety-boo! Oh dear.
No traitors here, there's no wrongdoings, there's no young scallywags getting up to mischief.
Okay.
Another wonderful day in Sanctuary. And he goes back to his cleaning.
Julia,
Yes.
you mentioned your spell books had arcane lock.
Wait, arcane lock?
Is that the other one? Was that the other
I
one?
may have got rid of it. I'm
I
sorry.
was just thinking we could just lock him in so he doesn't cause.
Oh,
Can we just lock him in anyway? Can we just
Anyway, let's lock him in anyway.
We actually,
We just leave and
we
lock him in.
actually really, really could. I could just spend a couple of stress and get the arcane, the
We don't need to.
runic lock. Make a spellcast roll on an object you're touching that can close, like a lock chest or box. And on a success, you can lock the object. It can only be opened by creatures of your choice. Yeah, I mean, I could.
I don't know if it's worth it, but we could just lock him.
Well,
in
shall we
anyway.
just find the
override.
key and lock him in? I don't know.
Yeah.
Or tell him that there's an order from the palace that he needs to stay in his office because everything's fine.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
Would it not be better to, in inverted commas, instruct him to help the kids?
But he doesn't think there's any trouble.
He doesn't think there's
But
a
he might be up for some busy work though, like Dan says.
Yeah.
Right.
Just like, they're all having a slumber
Maybe they're all,
party.
maybe they're all drunks.
That's
They all need to be put in.
Put it back. They
Put
need
in
to
the
be put
clink.
back in the tavern.
Back in the
in the drunk tank.
yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. We could do either of those would work. I think.
Yeah, or like, if you can't tell the difference, like it's just all the adults, or
Please put all the adults that are sleeping in the pub.
in the For law reasons.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Yeah.
for reasons of law. I mean, I've got Deaf Deceiver, so I can probably.
One of you give me a presence roll, but I'm going to allow
Not
an
me.
advantage on it because he is just an idiot robot.
Poor thing. Poor guy. Who's
What's
got
your
the
presence, Pally? I've got reasonable presence.
I've got 2 presents.
Yeah.
I think you also have.
I've got
similar.
2 presents, and also I've got Deaf Deceiver, which gives me advantage on lies. But I've
I think
already got
it feels more like
advantage
a
anyway.
Bo thing to do, to be honest, than a Pally thing to do to order a robot around.
Okay.
So, if you would like to give it a go.
Let me roll this one out then. Say presents.
Yes, please.
I'll roll and then I'll go with what the I'll explain once I've realised what the roll is. Let's roll it. That's a 21 with
21.
fear.
Yep, that's fine.
I think Bo just sounds as straight as he possibly can, as if he's going to give orders. He's like, right, there's a problem in town. You've...
A problem is here.
Yes. I'm going to have the same accent as you. If you do it to me, I'll do it back to you. There's just all of it. There's gonna be like an inspection, I think, of just like to make sure the town's looking tickety boo, and there just seems to be loads of villagers just sleeping around, messing up the place.
Oh,
And I just
they
think
can't do
somebody
that.
has to come along and put them back where they, inside. Just really just messy.
Yes, I do agree. Outside on the streets is definitely not somewhere for sleeping.
Not the place to
That's
sleep,
that's
is
for walking. Right? No, that is definitely a job. Leave that to me, fair citizen. Thank you very much for your speedy report. I will go and sort this out. Do haste. And he,
Always
as you remember,
happy to
he's like
help a member of the law.
Try the lazy dog. That's a perfect place for people to go and have a sleep.
right. And he, as you remember, he has like a sort of spherical. He doesn't have any legs. He just sort of rolls
He's
like a weeble,
isn't he?
Yeah. And he sort of, and then he just sort of rolls out as he goes to sort of find these sort of young people who are trying to help these adults try and. Well, it's not even adults. There's some children as well that are also sort of just laying there, completely gaunt. As he then tries to help them, probably not in the most helpful way. He's just like, "You're there. Stop sleeping. Come on. Let's get you to bed." As he sort of drags them by their legs.
Drags them around, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Job's a kitten.
Yeah, at least it's getting done. Great.
Alright, I guess we'll go find the castle.
Yeah, gotta go find the castle, I guess. Yeah.
Castle.
Try
Well, I mean,
and
it's
find
not-
Lady Rondonese.
It's not very hard to find the castle because there's this big old stone castle that's sort of like in your view of sight. So maneuvering your way sort of like around the town, sort of like down you kind of have like a small recollection of where to go from when you originally first went to the friendship ceremony, but obviously it's a lot different because the streets are less crowded and there are people kind of just like they are cautious about the fact that you seem to be the kind of 5 only people who are not part of like the gifted children that are up and walking about and sort of fully fleshed, coloured, and they kind of keep their distance away from you. But it seems that Finway is now getting around and sort of instructing people to sort of bring sort of people into the lazy dog so that they could all be safe. As the 5 of you sort of like approach the castle, you then do find yourself at that similar entrance that you were at the friendship ceremony. There's a couple of different things. The throne is gone, that throne that the princess was sitting on. And obviously, as you've noticed before, as you've been approaching, the colours, the pinks and the blues, have now been extensively sort of muted. as the four of you approach the castle. And as
We
agree. And as the five of you start approaching, you then notice that those original sort of blue doors open up, and a figure that you recognize, but dressed quite different, with quite a different sort of more confident stance, sort of like approaches that sort of raised stage. As you notice then that Avala is standing there now in sort of like these changed robes, holding on to like this glowing, like sort of pinky red scepter. And she's just
should have killed him without their bloody chance.
she's just, oh, well, you five took your time, didn't you? So, how are you lot? How's it all going? I'm having a great time. Thank you for asking.
We didn't ask.
What are you doing here? What?
You see, the Queen of Sanctuary has promised me what I ultimately deserve. And you five could also have the same. All you've got to do is just pledge your allegiance to her, and we can all go back to lovely pinky baby fun times in Sanctuary for everyone. All you have to do is just like a pledge your allegiance, forget about this trying to change Sanctuary and try and get everyone back up to elsewhere, and we can all just have what we ultimately deserve, obviously.
Lucretia's just shaking her head.
No. I know you, and I know who you are.
Yes, Bo, I know you as well. I know they would send someone after me. Some sort of bounty hunter, I guess. Tell me, how much did they owe for me?
I'd never kill and tell.
Quite,
but it was
no,
dead or alive.
Yes, that doesn't surprise me. No wonder that my family would want me dead. I was always the black sheep, as it were, the one that wanted more.
Well, you're gonna be the black sheep if you kill your own brother.
That's the thing. It's just people
I'll explain
will
later,
get in.
guys. I'll explain later.
People will get in the way, but that doesn't matter now because I have Sanctuary now. I don't need elsewhere. And once we can start expanding Sanctuary more and more, the more magic that the Queen can take, Sanctuary can expand more and just, start taking over elsewhere. It's absolutely brilliant. If you pledge your allegiance to the Queen, as I said, she can give you anything she wants. So why don't you join me? Sounds great, right?
Avala, this is madness. Sanctuary isn't some invading force that's going to go from strength to strength. It's a sinking ship, and we are here to rescue the people on it.
He gives sort of like a heavy. He gives a sort of like a heavy sigh, and he's just like, I knew you five would be like that. You're you, and he points at you, Lucretia. He says, like, you're so much just like your sister. No, we can save everyone. Oh, everyone deserves to have the right to do what they want. So
you sound like a child, and leave my sister out of this.
Yeah.
He sort of looks at you, and he's like, I sound like a child. Well then. And he raises his staff.
Oh no. Sorry, guys.
It's going to
Let me
happen
just-
eventually. Don't worry.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look how far. Yes. He raises his staff.
Stop it.
And he's going to spend a fear.
Okay.
Actually, I got a fear from earlier on, so
You
I'm
did
not going
get
to
it
spend a
from me.
fear. Yeah. That space.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Don't like
So
that.
he's going to raise his staff, and he's going to... And suddenly all this sort of like this large heating flame starts sort of like enveloping around him and then shoot out to the 5 of you.
Ooh, dear.
And he is going to... I mean, it's not much. It's an 8. Does an 8 hit anyone?
No.
No.
Not this time.
He kind of like, this flame sort of like travels over you, and while you can feel the heat, this sort of like intense heat that comes from it, obviously none of you are taken back by this damage. You can obviously tell that
Increase
this...
your big bubble
Yeah, big
shield.
bubble shield.
You can obviously tell that sort of like this magic is very new to him. Probably you, Lucretia, you can probably tell that this sort of magic is very, very new to him. As you can see him sort of grit his teeth that it probably didn't go the way he wanted to. But he is now
practice makes
fully
perfect.
ready.
He's just warming up.
He's just
he's
warming
dangerous.
up. But
He is
now
dangerous.
he is fully ready to sort of
Oi.
take on the lot of you. We'll head into combat, and we'll return to this fight after a quick break. So very quickly, if you're enjoying this and you want to see what happens next, you can join as a member for just an extra £2 a month, that you'll be able to check into episode 19 right now, as it comes a week early for our members. If not, no worries, you can join our Discord absolutely free. We have an affiliate link if you're enjoying Daggerheart in the description. It doesn't cost you any more, but it gives us a little bit of kickback, which is great. Hit subscribe if you really like this video, give a like. Episode will be released every Thursday. We play other games. We're currently playing Fabula Ultima on a Monday at 7:30 UK time. We hope you really enjoyed. Come back for episode 19 to find out how these 5 fare in as we draw closer to the finale. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Who could have seen this betrayal coming?